Here is Mike Lee.
Oh.
Remember Mike Lee? He's the senator from Utah who has got a real problem with democracy. Gets a little rank. Here he is on Fox and Friends responding to Ed Markey, who said originalism. Well, listen to what Ed Markey, or I should say, Mike Lee responding to Ed Markey.
And also, Senator Markey blasted Barrett's judicial philosophy, saying originalism is just a fancy word for discrimination. You want to take that on?
Yes, I absolutely do, Brian. Look, this is patently irresponsible. Of all the irresponsible and inflammatory statements I've heard over the last few weeks, and I've heard some doozies, this might well be the worst. If you think about what he's really saying.
Just to be clear, this is the guy who said, like, we don't want democracy to run amok.
Right.
But to say that originalism is discriminatory, I mean, let's be clear. If you're saying that we're going to go by the Constitution as the words meant at that time, we know what the words meant. When we said men, we meant men. And we didn't mean just men, we meant white men.
Rich white men.
Rich white men, for that matter.
Rich men, yes.
All right, go back here. Let's do it again.
Just like him.
Yes, I absolutely do, Brian. Look, this is patently irresponsible. Of all the irresponsible and inflammatory statements I've heard over the last few weeks, and I've heard some doozies, this might well be the worst.
Oh, my God.
If you think about what he's really saying there, Senator Markey has essentially said that our Constitution is racist. And in an effort to understand its words at the time they were written, is itself racist and bigoted. I can't think of a statement that has a greater tendency to undermine the foundation of our constitutional republic. I hope, expect, and demand that Senator Markey retract his statement. It's irresponsible. He can't defend that.
We'll be watching for that, see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
But isn't that amazing how they set that up? They're always trying to put Democrats on defense, and Markey's just, who cares? Why should he respond to Mike Lee, who's so nervous he has to get it out? Oh my God,
It is such a tool. It's almost like he sounded like a libertarian caller to this program, to be honest with you. That's what didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought Ben Shapiro.
I can't believe you just took one of the most anachronistic things you could possibly say. It is the world's worst possible thing you could say. To say that originalism is discrimination is I'm shocked with all the things going on. That's the most shocking thing to me. Not the part about the White House saying we're not going to fight the pandemic anymore, or the idea that Democrats are all sloth or anything like that, or whatever it is, what other obscene, crazy, bat crap, crazy stuff that has come out. It's a critique of originalism.
He doesn't defend the Constitution as not being discriminatory or inherently racist in how it was constructed upon its founding either, does he?
No,
I don't think
you
he
just
understood
can't say the words.
Exactly. I don't know if it would have been great to have him debate a Democrat, taking him through like the exercise, the logical exercise, and I just don't think his brain processed it.
Well, yeah, or he just doesn't care. I mean, he's fundamentally feels. Look, if you subscribe to a libertarian philosophy, when you start to unwind it,
yes,
it gets down to because they're all about their first principles, except their first principles kick in temporarily when people like them or them are in a position of power. That's when history begins. That's when the idea of germinating principles begins. Those principles are derived from a moment where they are in power, and therefore it just coincidentally leads to them being in power after that fact.
Well, Sam, don't you know? God picked them. And God told them, these are the rules that you have to abide by now.
You mean the invisible hand of the market?
Yes, which is God.